guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be something that I am kind of like, I was waiting to film this video to kind of like get these products off my collection and like out of my collection. At the same time, I know going to be very helpful for you guys. Generally, you'll respond very well to these videos. Like my products I regret buying videos do pretty well, and you guys really find them very helpful, informative. So I do really like that fact. But at the same time, it's kind of heartbreaking in a way to like, end up buying products, spending your money on things that you are hoping to really like, and then they don't end up working for you for one reason or another. It is disappointing. It's sad kind of in a way, and you feel like, oh shit, I ended up wasting my money. So that is kind of a little sucky, you know what I mean. And some of these things I do genuinely really regret buying. Some of the other things I know I can make them work for me in some sort of way. Some things are definitely going to end up getting decluttered, and then others I am going to make them work for me and find different uses for them, or somehow just make them work. If there's something that I don't like about it and I can look past it, then I might try to look past it and still end up using them. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. And I do also want to say that there is one brand that I recently did end up buying, and I really want to fall in love with it, but I do have a lot of products from this brand that I do have to talk about today, and I don't want this to seem like I'm just bashing the brand, because like half the products I'm going to share today are from that brand. That doesn't mean that I hate the brand. I really want to love it, but it's kind of like an iffy situation. But I don't want to seem like I'm bashing one brand. And also I do have some products from like some of my favorite brands also, in fact, that I really wanted to love, and they are also not going to be spoken very highly of today. But I don't want that to seem like I'm like bashing them or shading them or anything like that, so please do keep that in mind. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to start with the brand that I have most number of products for. In fact, like half of the products are from this brand. We're going to start with that, and then we'll move on towards the other products as well. So the brand that I'm talking about that I really wanted to love, but I have eventually found out that a lot of products I don't like as much as I would want to, is Chemist at Play. So in the month of January, I did end up buying quite a few products from Chemist at Play, and we have a good amount of products from that haul in this video, which again, I don't want to sound like I'm bashing them, but these things did not end up working for me, so I do want to be honest and share that as well. So the first kind of product category that did not end up working out for me from them is their body lotions. So first of all, let me tell you, this brand majorly focuses a lot on ceramides. So a lot of their stuff is more heavy, and I'm someone, when it comes to body lotions, I really like lightweight body lotions. So the texture is one of the first things that I don't like about these. They do have different textures, so I'll go on one by one and I'll tell you why I don't like a specific one. So starting with this one first, because this one I tried out once and I was like, I know I'm not gonna like this. This is the 5% niacinamide plus 2% Zemia, Zemea, so I think that's pronounced as Zemia. And this is meant to be for normal to dry skin. It's the light blue color packaging, like you can tell. And this one has a very weird consistency, which was like an instant turn off for me. It's kind of like a body emulsion, okay, which is supposed to be lightweight, I guess, but when you start blending it on the skin, it's like a sticky emulsion, and I was just instantly turned off by the texture. So that was my first problem with it. And to add on to that, this also has kind of like a weird smell to it. And we're gonna talk about like oh my god, no. Sorry for that very dramatic reaction, but I'm going to talk about like the smell that Chemist at Play products have. We're going to talk quite a bit about that, because you're going to notice me like bashing the smell a little bit more when I talk about other products as well. But yeah, the weird texture and the weird smell, cannot deal with these things, which is why I decided that I'm eventually going to declutter it and I'm going to give it to my mom. Now my mom is someone who literally drinks up body lotion, okay? Like if I give her like this bottle of body lotion, it's going to be gone in 2 weeks. So I know that it's going to be very well used and loved by her. I'm waiting to see her reaction on the smell and if she notices it or not. But I know that she's someone who uses a ton of body lotions. Like I just use body lotion on my hands and my legs. She uses body lotion neck down, everywhere. Chest, back, thighs, hands, arms, everywhere. She uses body lotion everywhere apart from the face and the neck. So she's going to go through this very very quickly and it's going to be easy for her to use it up. So this is going to go to her. We're going to say bye bye to this and you're probably never going to see this on my channel again. So I just want to let you know that we're going to say bye bye to this and we're never going to have her again on here. So yeah, that was the first one. Moving on to the second Chemist at Play body lotion, which also did not end up working for me. Now this one was not as bad as that, I want to say that first, but this was also not that great. Now I do want to mention, I gave you guys like a poll on Instagram where I asked you to pick between this one and the yellow packaging wala Chemist at Play body lotion that they have. Like when I say yellow packaging, I mean yellow detailing and yellow dhakkan. The rest of it is yellow. The rest of it is white, sorry. So I asked you guys to pick between those two and there were a couple, like it was pretty 50-50, but there were a few tie-breaking votes that made this one win. So that's the reason why I ended up choosing this as like, I mean you guys chose it for me. So my initial plan was to use this, which is why I started using it, and I think I used it consistently for like 4 or 5 days because I was supposed to give you guys like in-depth reviews and thoughts on it. So that's why I started using this regularly. And this does not have the weird smell, okay? First of all, the weird smell that this has, this does not. So that's why I was like, theek hai, we can continue using this. It's a very 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 thick texture, okay? It's very thick. It's kind of almost like petroleum jelly in a way, like not as thick and waxy as petroleum jelly, but it has kind of like a lotiony waxy consistency, which can be difficult to blend into the skin. And I think initially for like the first day or two I was okay with it, but the more I used it, the more the consistency of this bothered me, because it literally felt like I was rubbing a lotiony petroleum jelly kind of a waxy product all over my hands and my legs, and it did not leave me with a very good feeling like in general. And that kind of, because it bothered me, I was like, either I can force myself to continue using this, you know, just because I have to review it for you guys, or I could just stop using this and again declutter it, give it away to my mom, and like she could probably use this, because yeah, I don't want to be turned off from applying body lotion just because I have a body lotion that is not the most pleasant to apply basically. So yeah, this one I eventually decided to again give up on, and I thought that, you know what, let's just declutter it, that would be better for us. So yeah, again, this was a consistency issue, which is why I decided not gonna work for us. So yeah, that was that. Another one that's going to end up getting decluttered from my collection. I think with both of these, if you have more dry skin and if you think that the consistency of these could work for you, in this case, if you don't like, if you can get past the smell of it, I think this would also work for you. This one doesn't have the weird smell, so if you can deal with the consistency, I don't think that this is the worst product out there. But again, I am kind of pretty picky about body lotions, and if you look at like the past, a lot of times I don't end up using body lotions because I don't like the consistency of them. So now I've decided to just stick with body lotions, but stick with the kind of consistencies that I like and just continue using those. So yeah, that was the two Chemist at Play body lotions that did not end up working out for me. I am using the yellow one, and that is not my favorite, but I don't hate it, and like I can continue using it, and I'm pretty happy with it, I guess. I mean, I would not say I'm, you know, I love using it every single day, but it's not a pain to use every single day. So that's how I feel about those. Moving on next to the face moisturizers, also from Chemist at Play, and the ones that I don't like So again, this is one that, again, I'm just being super picky here, but I do want to mention that I have 3 of the Chemist Play face moisturizers that are not my favorite, basically. So we have the one that is for oily skin. It's their face moisturizer. This is the one with salicylic acid, red packaging. Then we have the one that is for combination skin. This one has the orange packaging. And then we have the one that is for dry to normal skin, which is the light blue packaging. These 3 have one common problem that all of them have, that I'm not a big fan of, and that is their scent. The same scent that this body lotion has, all these 3 moisturizers have the exact same scent. Now I don't know what ingredient is it. Is it the pentavin? Like, these 2 have pentavin, okay, and this one doesn't. So again, I don't know. These 2 have hyaluronic acid, which I'm pretty sure has like no scent, so I'm sure that it's not the hyaluronic acid that is bothering me. This one, by the way, I don't want to mention, does have pentavin, but this doesn't have the same weird smell. At least I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Let me try. No, actually, you know what? This also has that same scent, but I feel like it's not as strong in this, whereas the scent is more strong in these 3. So yeah, there is some ingredient, and I know these are all fragrance free, so it's probably one of the ingredients that is in it that has the smell that I'm not a fan of, and that's why I don't like, these 3 to be specific. That being said, I will still use them. This is one of the products I'm not going to declutter. I don't like them, and I do kind of regret buying them, and I'll tell you more. Like, I have a couple more reasons as to why I kind of regret buying them, but one of the main ones has to be their scent, even though I'm not going to declutter them, but I don't thoroughly enjoy using them. I do want to mention that. My other kind of small issue, and again, this is more of like a personal preference thing, is the consistency of these. Now, first of all, my kind of like opinion on these is that all these 3 have the same consistency. The ingredients, I do understand, are different. Like, some of them are different. Like, this has pentavin, salicylic acid, and zinc PCA. This one has pentavin, hyaluronic acid, and CoQ10, or rather coenzyme Q10. And this one has vitamin C, coenzyme Q10, and hyaluronic acid. So again, these 2 just have like a couple of ingredients that are different, but apart from that, these are quite similar. Like, at least the main ingredients that they're marketing are similar. But if I'm comparing the whole ingredients list, then obviously there are certain similarities, there are certain differences, but the consistency of these 3 are pretty damn similar to each other. I'm going to probably try and insert like texture shots on the screen of all these 3, and I will be doing some content on Instagram also, and I'm going to show you the texture of these. I'm not sure if that's going to go up before this or after this video, so I don't know, but if it is, then I will insert my Instagram content in the description box down below for you to see the texture of these. But these 3 are very similar to each other, so I kind of feel like I bought 3 moisturizers that are the same, that I don't like the consistency of, because I feel like I didn't mention this as to why I don't like the consistency of these. So they have a kind of emulsion sort of texture to it, which is lightweight and like gets absorbed quickly into the skin. So I do like that, because if it was like a sticky emulsion texture, I would hate them and I would probably declutter them. I do like the fact that they are lightweight and they get absorbed quickly into the skin, but how do I say, because it's more of an emulsion and not so much like a moisturizer, that kind of throws me off a little bit. And then of course the scent, like I mentioned also, so that's the reason why I'm kind of like disappointed in them and they're not my favorites. So yeah, I know I'm being a little picky, but I feel like in 2022 there are so many moisturizers out there. Every single brand has at least one moisturizer, if not more. And if I'm being completely honest, every brand has like 3 or more moisturizers, or like 2 or more even. So for that reason, when we have so many options out there in the market, these just don't stand a chance in comparison to them. My standards are pretty high when it comes to fragrance-free moisturizers, even because I love the earth of the moisturizers. And there are also other, like, so many other brands that have fragrance-free moisturizers out now. These ones, if I had to rank among those, these would be ranked probably at the bottom. So yeah, that's why I'm mentioning them in my products I regret buying, because if you're considering buying these and anything that I said, you feel like you also have similar preferences, I would rather suggest that you like stay away from these and probably get something else that is on your wish list, because you might probably enjoy that a little more. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these 3 moisturizers from Chemist at Play. If they are on your wish list and if you think that they might not work for you after you heard my experience with them, I would say give it a pass. You can probably try better. So yeah, that was that. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I got interrupted by a work call, so I had to excuse myself, but I'm back now. And moving on to some of the next products which are not by Chemist at Play, that also did not end up working for me. Let's talk about the ones which I'm going to declutter first. So I have 3 that I'm going to declutter, no, actually 4, and then 1 that I will make work for me. Should I tell you first which I'm going to make work for me, and then we'll talk about the other ones I'm going to declutter for sure. So the one that I was really excited about this. I also saw Shreya Jain talk about this in like one of her was it top 500 or like a favorites video or something like that, and she definitely gave this a good review. This is the Plum Body Lovin' shower cream. It's my favorite variant, you can tell. It's the Hawaiian Rumba variant. And when I saw her review, I think I already had this in my collection, or I was about to buy it any which ways. I don't remember, I'm not sure. But I did end up getting this any which ways. And I did start using it recently. In fact, I used it just once. Okay. I was waiting to use this in the winters because it's called a shower cream. It's going to be more moisturizing, it's going to be more hydrating, so I didn't want to use this in like hot and humid months because obviously I'll probably not like it. But in the winters, I was expecting, now that my skin is getting a little bit more dry, and Mumbai has been surprisingly cool. Like I'm not sure when you see this video what the weather is going to be like, but when I'm filming this, we're still in January. So it's pretty chilly right now, and my skin definitely was getting quite dry in the middle there, especially with like taking a shower 2 times in a day with like hot water. My skin definitely did get dry, so I thought that using this as my shower gel product is going to help with the dryness. But you guys, this is not an ideal shower gel or like shower product for anyone who likes lather. Let me just put it out there. I love my shower gel to like lather and to actually feel like it's cleaning my body. That's what I'm looking for. And if it's moisturizing or if it smells good, it's just an added bonus. What I want is to feel clean in the shower and for my product to lather. This does not do either of that. Again, it's a cream. I don't want to like open and show you what the texture is like, because then I'm just going to end up wasting product and like getting myself dirty. But if I am able to insert like a texture shot on the screen, then I will, to show you what this looks like. But basically it's a cream, like thin body lotion kind of product that I took on my loofah. I was already wet all over obviously in the shower, and I was trying to like scrub the loofah all over me basically to clean myself, and this did not produce almost any lather. Like there was basically no lather at all. So I tried to like cover one section at least of my body and then take more product and like do the rest of my body, but I couldn't. I used way too much product, like way more than necessary, and I still did not feel clean at the end of it, which kind of defeats the purpose of taking a shower, because you take a shower to feel clean. So that's the reason I'm kind of disappointed in it. I will definitely not be using it anymore as like a all over cleaning myself all over kind of product. But what I do think that I can make it work for, and how I'm planning on using this, is like a shave gel product. So I am doing laser. Once I'm done with all my sessions, I will like do a video talking all about it. But I am almost done basically. So at this point I don't need that much hair removal any which ways, because we're way more tamed and I don't have as much hair at all. But when it comes to my bikini area and my underarms, those are the only areas basically that I've ever shaved. I don't shave my hands and legs. I only shave those two areas. And at this point, even though I don't need to shave on a regular basis, but sometimes I do feel like, there's quite a bit of hair growth. I've waited for a long time. There's a lot of hair growth and maybe we need to shave a little bit. Like my underarms I'm completely done with, and every 2 months maybe I feel the need to shave. So that's when I typically use either a shower gel, a hand wash, anything that I have lying around in my house, I will use. So for that particular purpose, I am considering using this just so that I'm able to use it up. And if I do want to do my bikini area as well occasionally, then I could also use that for this. So that is probably what I will make this work for. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know if it's going to work for me or not. If it does work, then I'll eventually use it up. And if I'm not able to do that, then this is also probably going to get decluttered. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I think I'm going to give it to my mom because she does have much more dry skin and she can make anything work for her. That's a whole different, situation altogether. But yeah, that's what we're going to end up doing with this. As of now, those are my plans. Let's see how that goes. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next we have another Plum product, and it's very sad for me to say that this is another Hawaiian Rumba product. It's the Deodorizing Pit Cream by Plum. This one, you guys, I have used a lot of it, okay? You can see, okay, let me remove the spatula thing. You can see that I am more than halfway done with this. I would say I have like 25-30% product left in it. The rest of it is completely empty. But you guys, I have decided to quit and declutter this. So let me tell you why I don't like it, okay? I have shared this in the past that I can make this work for me even though it's not my favorite. So basically how I use this is I take a little bit of product with a spatula, you scrape a little bit of it, you take it in your fingers and then you just rub your armpits. And that's how you make this work. Now I have long nails. I would say I have pretty long nails, and when you're doing this, you're basically getting all the product inside your fingernails, which is like a long nails problem. So if you don't have that problem, you will probably not be as irritated with this as I was. And again, when I do end up cutting my nails or they end up breaking and stuff like that, we can still work with it, okay? We can. But another thing that I recently noticed with this is that it has dried up quite a bit, okay? Quite a bit. So it takes a lot of effort to first of all scrape the product, and then you are massaging it on your armpit. It kind of doesn't get absorbed into the skin. It starts flaking and pilling and like just falling off. And the other thing that I've also spoken about in the past that I have with this is that I don't feel like it can control the odor that my body at least produces for the whole day. It does not keep the odor at bay like till the end of the day. When I first apply it, I can smell it. For a couple of hours, my underarms smell pretty good. After that, the body odor does seep in, and I don't feel like I produce that much body odor. Even I do, but if I have a good deodorant on, then I don't have body odor issues at all. But with this one, by the end of the day, I definitely can smell a little stinky, which I am not the biggest fan of. So that's why I've decided that overall, this is just not a product that I want to work with. And because I've given up, I am going to end up decluttering this as well. And I do kind of sort of regret buying it. Of course, I don't regret buying it because I got to try it for you guys and share my reviews on it, so that way I don't regret it. But because it did not end up working for me that well, that's why I regret buying it. So yeah, that was that. Another product that's going to go bye-bye and probably get decluttered, and it's probably going to go to my mom. Again, you'll notice a theme. A lot of things that get decluttered go to my mom. And let's talk about the last product that's going to end up getting decluttered and go to my mom. And then we'll talk about things that are going to decluttered and are going to get decluttered and go to other people in my life. So we have another body lotion. This is another one that I used maybe like twice and I knew I'm not going to like. So I stopped using it, and then I collected it to like film this video, and it was probably the first thing that ended up going into this pile, and then all the other products that I showed you now moved suit after that. So this is the Nykaa Wanderlust Californian Almond Milk Body Lotion. Now, I have wanted to try a Nykaa Wanderlust body product for a while. This range, I would say, is not new, like the whole Wanderlust range. I'm not talking about this specific one, I'm talking about the whole range. Definitely not new, but like all the other scents that they had going on, I was not a big fan of any of them, and I also did not know which product I wanted to get. So first I was waiting for them to launch a range that I like, and then I will decide which product from that range I probably want to get. So when they launched the Californian Almond Milk range, I was like, okay, finally something that I think I will like the scent of, so let me get something. And I ended up going with the body lotion because the shower gel, I felt like the quantity, even if I liked it, I would not be happy with the quantity, because this comes with 300 ml, and I do believe the shower gel also comes with like 250-300 ml. So I was like, let's get the body lotion instead. That's a better choice. So I got this. I've had it in my collection for a while, and I was waiting to like try it out. So when I finally used up some other body lotions or other body moisturizer products I had, I was like, okay, it's time, let's start using this. I'm sorry. Okay, so I lost my voice there in the middle. I'm still kind of recovering from my cold, and I kind of felt like I was doing better, but I guess not. So we had to take a second break in one video. But coming back to this, so I used quite a bunch of body lotions that I had already, and then I decided, okay, let's start using this. The first day I used it, I think I assumed that I used too much, and that's why it took me like a while to blend this into my skin. So I was like, okay, maybe it was my fault, maybe I took too much of this product, and that's why it did not blend well into my skin. So I was like, okay, let's give this another shot, let's try to use this again. The next day I used it, and I took much lesser product with it, and again did the same thing where I tried to blend it into my skin, and it just left behind this very uncomfortable sticky finish all over my skin. And when you put clothes on after you like put this on, I typically wait always, okay, like when I put on my body moisturizers, even the most lightweight ones, I don't put my clothes on immediately after, like especially not jeans. I feel like a top I can still put on and my clothes don't stick to my body moisturizer, but with jeans I definitely have to wait for a while. This one I took a good enough amount of time, okay, as much as the time I have in the morning, that being said. So I waited, I think I put on my jeans like 10 minutes after I put this on, and it still just left me feeling so uncomfortable that I was like, okay, maybe not. Then I also believe I used it another time just on my hands. I was like, okay, maybe it's sticking to my jeans weird and I don't want to put this on my legs, but maybe I can still use it on my hands because I really like the scent of this. I do want to mention I really like the Californian Almond Milk scent. So I was like, let's just put this on our hands. And I think I was wearing a top that had shorter sleeves. So I put this on the third day, and even though it wasn't really sticking to my clothes, my skin after putting this on just felt weird. It just felt weird, and I was like, okay, 3 red flags, 3 days in a row, this is not working for us. So yeah, again, it was one of those experiences where I've just decided that I'm gonna take a break. For a while, I'm just gonna stick to body lotions and body moisturizers that I really love, and I'm just gonna continue using those and not experiment that much and like try out different ones. So this is our third and last body moisturizer for this video that I'm gonna end up decluttering and giving to my mom. And I can tell you that these three are going to be empty in the next 3 months, like for sure. 3 months down the line, if you ask me how are the body lotions doing, all these three are going to be empty and ready to recycle. So that is one thing that I don't feel as bad about. I know that my mom uses so much body lotion, so I'm happily going to declutter all these three and give it to her, and she can enjoy them, because I just cannot work with either of these. So yeah, that was that. Moving on next to another product that I've had this in my collection for a while. It's actually also the product that I have on my nails right now. It's the K-Beauty Nail Nourish Nail Lacquer, and I have two. I have the shade Rocky Road, which is a little bit more cool toned, and then I also have a Nutty, which is a little bit more warm toned. And it's time to talk about this. So I was shaking this quite a bit, so you probably can't see, but if I leave this to like settle for a couple of days, this is like halfway gone, you guys. I've used it quite a bit. I've used it a lot of times. I've done swatches on my Instagram. I've used it quite a bit, and I've had this also in my collection for a while. Again, also on my nails right now. It has grown out and chipped a little bit, but I'm still gonna have this on my nails for a few days before I change it. Now, the reason I'm putting this in this video is because this is a product that I have wanted to love for so long. I've used it so many times, try to make it work every single time, and I feel like I can make it work, but at the same time I don't want to. I feel like, I'll tell you what my problem is, okay? So I do two coats of this like I would do any other nail polish, and no matter how long I wait after this dries, no matter how long I wait, I don't do anything, okay? When I do my nails, I have Netflix on, or I have a YouTube video on, and I'm just painting my nails, and I'm like sitting still doing nothing else with my hands specifically, so that it dries well, and like I have good nails for like a good 10 days. But with this one, every single time after I use it, I will wait like sometimes even an hour, honestly, for it to like completely dry very, very well. And then like I'll touch my nails to see, acha, is it completely dry? And it is. So then I'm like, okay, it's dry, let's go about, continue the rest of the day or the night, whatever. If I'm doing my nails at night, I'll go to bed after that. And you guys, when I wake up the next morning, I will either have it smudged completely, or I will have, imprintation of it. Like, for example, if there's like something textured around me that I've touched, I'll see like indents of it on my nails every single time. Sometimes I also have the edges smushed, and I'm like, how is this possible? I wait so long for it to dry every single time, and still it happens to me every single time. Sometimes I also have like lint stuck on my nails, which looks disgusting. Like I had lint stuck on my thumb this time, which I know you can't see anymore because it's kind of like dried up and like come off and stuff, because I did my nails like maybe a week or so ago. So yeah, every single time I use this, something like that has to happen, and it just pisses me off. So yeah, even though I really want to love the K-Beauty Nail Nourish formula, and I know that a lot of people really like this formula, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have considered like just doing one coat, and maybe then it wouldn't cause this much of a problem. But if I do that, I notice that when like I hold my nail up in like sunlight, you can like see the nail peeking through, like it's translucent a little bit, which I don't like. So if I try to go opaque, the smudging happens and the getting disgusting thing happens. And if I do one coat, it looks translucent, and I don't like that either. So yeah, I don't know what to do to make this work for me, but I'm gonna probably give this to one of my close friends, like either my best friend or like my other friend who I'm also super close to. Generally all my stuff that I declutter when it comes to like makeup and like sometimes even skincare ends up going to them. So yeah, this is probably gonna get decluttered to like either of them. I don't know. If they can make this work for them, great. But yeah, that's that. This is also gonna go bye-bye. Moving on next to the last product, and this video is really getting very long, you guys, so we have to end it. But yeah, moving on to the last product we have. This is another product. I'm so sad, and I'm so mad that this is not working for me, because I know so many people really like it. This is the Suncrose sunscreen. It's the matte finish, soft, SPF 50, PA. Okay, it's SPF 50 plus, PA triple plus. This is supposed to be free from chemical sunscreen agents. It's for all ages, 6 months and plus. So like even you can use this on babies. Water resistant formula, 8 hours protection, UVA, UVB sun protect gel. And this comes with 50 grams of product. Also, it says it's free from chemical sunscreen agents because it doesn't have any chemical filters. It only has physical filters, and the physical filter that they use in this is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is literally the first ingredient on this list. Now, I've heard a lot of dermats talk great things about this. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram use this, love this. So I was like, okay, this is so popular. In fact, on Amazon, you can only see, most of the time, you can only see like 2 packs and 3 packs of the sunscreen. It's not even sold individually. You have to like buy a combo of multiple. So I'm like, this product I'm sure is loved by people. So let's get this. Let's try it out. It's probably going to work for me as well. No, I was wrong. I was lucky that I got a single pack, because if I got a 2-3 pack of this, I would be mad. I would just not regret buying it. I would just not be disappointed. I would be mad at myself for buying like a 2-3 pack, because you guys, I used this once and I will never touch this ever again. I will never put this anywhere close to my face ever again. This gave me white, pasty, ghost-like appearance when I used this. And I can tell it's from the zinc oxide, because I've used the Z Block in the past, and my experience with this was basically the exact same that I had with the Z Block. I mentioned that also in like a products I regret buying video. I think it was my last products I regret buying, or maybe my last to last one, I don't remember. But I feel like this is basically the same sunscreen as the Z Block, just with different packaging, different like color coding, marketing is different. The rest of it is pretty much the same, okay? Like even the texture, when I like took this in my hand and I started applying it on my face, I was like, this reminds me of something. And then when I got that ghosty, pasty appearance on my skin where it wasn't blending at all, I was like, this reminds me of Z Block a lot. And then when I saw the ingredients and I saw zinc oxide as the first ingredient, I was like, this is the Z Block all over again. So this is going to get decluttered. I gave the Z Block to my best friend and she's using it. We literally spoke last night about this, and she was telling me how she's making it work for her and does work for her. And I was like, you can take this off my hands because I am not going to use this. And she laughed. She laughed. She was like, why would you do this to yourself? And I was like, I have absolutely no idea why I would do this to myself. So yeah, this is going to also go bye-bye. She has a good enough amount of sunscreen right now, so I'll probably give this to her. Maybe I'll give it to another friend of mine. If they run out of their sunscreen and they want something, you can take this, because I am not going to use this. I'm not going to. Horrific experience. I would much rather recommend and like use even myself the Recoil sunscreens, my favorite Tricone sunscreen. Love those. Not this. Not this, you guys. Not at all. So yeah, those are all the products that absolutely did not end up working out for me. Some of them I don't like as much. I'm kind of picky, but I can make them work for me. Others, just you can also notice a theme. A lot of things I don't like the scent of, which is why they're getting decluttered. Some of them, the texture I'm not happy with. Some of them make me look like a ghost, and some of them just disappoint me every single time I use them. So yeah, even though this was not a super fun video to watch, but I'm so happy to now be able to film this and share it with you guys, so you can figure out if you want to get them yourself, try them out, use them or not. And what I'm most happy about after filming this video is that now that I filmed it, I can, send some of these things to good homes. Some of them I'll just give it away to my mom and I'll be like, get this off my hands, I do not want this. And then some other things will definitely go back to my collection and I will continue using them. And once I use them up, I'm going to be super happy, because then I can get them out of my collection. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm so sorry that this video is 40 minutes long, but I really hope that you found this video helpful, so that you can save your money if you might have thought about buying some of these, but now you're like, no, 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 this is probably going to work out for me too, so I'm not going to get it. But yeah, that's it for this video. If any of this was on your wish list and now you're reconsidering your thoughts, let me know down below. If you have some of these and you love them, let me know down below. How do you make things like these work for you? Share that with me if you have any tips, because that would be really, really helpful. But yeah, that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Bye bye.